represent these three companies, which are Batu Kawan Berhad, Dutch Lady and Nestle. So why do we choose these companies? So basically, Batu Kawan Berhad is a company that has been in the plantation industry for a very long time, and their performance over the years has been very impressive, although they are not as famous as Melba. That's why we choose Batu Kawan. Another one is Dutch Lady. As we all know, Dutch Lady is a beverage company in Malaysia, which is a subsidiary of Friesland Company. It's a well-known Malaysian brand, and this company has been in the industry of beverage, especially milk, for a very long time. And then lastly, Nestle. Nestle is a very large food company and is known all around the world for its various products. So, we look at the background of these companies. So, Batu Kawan, it was incorporated in 1965. The core business is plantation business and manufactures basic chemicals, bleaching earth and latex examination gloves and rubber. And then Dutch Lady, it was founded in 24 September 1968. Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad, involved in manufacturing of dairy products such as chilled milk and fruit yogurt. And then lastly, Nestle. Nestle Malaysia was founded in 1912, specialised in food and beverage industries, and produced more than 300 halal production in Malaysia. For example, that we all know, Milo and Maggi, which we purchase almost every day.
Okay, right now, I will explain about property, plant and equipment that the company has. Okay, firstly is Batu Kawan. Batu Kawan, the PPE that the company have is freehold land, long-term leasehold land, buildings, plant and machinery, vehicles, equipment, fitting, and etc. And also, lastly is the capital work in process. Okay, for the Dutch Lady, the company has the PPE, this whole land, building, plant and machinery, motor vehicles, furniture and equipment, and lastly the capital work in progress. For the Nestle, the company has leasehold land, building, plant machinery, tools, furniture and equipment, motor vehicles, information system, and capital work in progress. Alright. Okay, for investment property, the company that we choose is the only that have investment property is Batu Kawan. Batu Kawan have investment property of freehold land and also building. While for biological asset also only Batu Kawan that has it, which is growing crops and also producing livestock. Alright.
Assalamualaikum, I am Fayyad. Okay, I will be explaining about the subsequent measurement of the three companies. All the three companies' subsequent measurement is the same, so I will be explaining as the base. Okay, first, their subsequent measurement is based on the cost model, where all PPE is measured at the net book value. Impairment test will be done periodically, almost in a year once. Loss or impairment will be recorded as expense in their SOPL. Next. Next is for the investment property. Only Batu Kawan have investment property. Unfortunately, for the other two companies, there is no investment property. Okay, for the subsequent measurement of investment property, it is at initial recognition, where investment property is set at cost less accumulated depreciation and any accumulated impairment loss. The fair value of investment property are determined based on comparison of similar property in the same location or market. They are performed by professional independent valuers, where they recognize and extract the value of the property. Lastly, the fair value of the investment property are categorized at level 3 of the fair value hierarchy and estimate using input for the investment property. Okay, next. Lastly is the subsequent measurement for biological asset. Only Batu Kawan also have this biological asset. For the other two company, they do not have biological asset. Okay, so for the biological asset, it is stated at a valuation where valuation included in a PPE, where revalued by the respective subsidiary director based on the independent professional valuer, which carried out on the 1979 and 1991 on the open market value basis. This valuation was for special purposes. It never been for the company group policy to carry out regular evaluation of its PPE. The carry amount of the valued biological asset of the group, this for example for Batu Kawan, is have been carried or at cost less accumulated amortization. For this 2017 is 149 millions. Okay, that's all.
Okay, so I'm Ali Ahmad and I'll be continuing on this part. So every company, they use their asset to generate revenue. So as for Batu Kawan, Dutch Lady and Nestle, I will brief in a short while. So as for Batu Kawan Berhad, how did they utilize their assets to generate revenue? So the group engages in trade and benefited from rise on commodity prices and higher palm products sales volume. So sales of estate land for future property development and manufacture of oil from palm trees for sale. Example, industrial and oleochemical divisions. Next. Okay, as for Nestle, revenue is measured based on the consideration specified in a contract with a customer in exchange for transferring goods or services to a customer, excluding amounts collected on behalf of third parties. Net of pricing allowance, other trade discounts and price promotions to customers. The group recognizes revenue when or as it transfers control over a product or service to customer. An asset is transferred when or as the customer obtains control of the asset. The group is primarily engaged in manufacturing and distribution of food and beverage products. Revenue of the group is recognized at a point in time when it transfers control of the products to the customers. The group has a range of credit terms which are typically short-term, in line with market practice without any financing component. Okay, the last company would be Dutch Lady. So the company gets its revenue from the sale of goods which measured at fair value of the consideration received, net of return and allowances, trade discount and volume rebates. Revenue is recognized when convincing evidence exists, usually in the form of an executed sales agreement. Thank you.